Hello and welcome back to Sorted Food.
Now, take a look at this. Oh, now that is a thing of beauty.
A fluffy, buttery, baked potato laden with cheese. It's a classic that us normals absolutely love.
But what happens when you ask a classically trained chef to make it gourmet?
Do it, Ebbers.
Well, for a start, myself and the food team got quite excited. We love a challenge. How can you take something that we loved as this nostalgic thing from our childhood
Instantly backfired, it's made him happy.
and elevate it?
Now, Ebbers, some feedback from the community from a couple of previous episodes. They want to make sure that whatever it is that you do, it's still the dish that we asked you to make.
You have to include the original in your new dish.
Well, that's fine. Changing the rules now on the third roll, but I'll stick to it this time.
We're listening to community feedback.
It begins with choux pastry.
Right, I'm out.
To start off with, equal water and milk in a pan with butter, heat it up to a boil. The butter from the buttered baked potato is an important element.
Hey guys, do you fancy a jacket potato?
Only if it's in an eclair.
As soon as that is bubbling, add in your flour, stir it, combine to a paste and cook out for a minute or so. It should come away from the pan. You can kind of hear it almost frying in there, so it doesn't leave any mess in the pan. One homogeneous, clumpy bit.
We're just trying to get in your head, trying to work out what happens
It's
in there.
such a scary dark
Honestly.
place. Yeah.
So now we're just going to beat it on a fairly high speed as it cools, and then crack in the eggs one at a time. I'm adding in 4.
I'm nodding along as if I'm agreeing with him because this is how you make choux pastry. But every now and then I go, hang on a second, we're making a jacket potato with cheese.
You can see how much steam's coming off this. If the egg goes in now, it'll scramble the eggs. So only put it in when it's cool enough to hold that bowl. While we wait, I'll make it much clearer for you. I'm making pomme dauphine.
Apple.
Apple.
Apple, like pomme de terre is potatoes.
Oh, potato.
Apples of the
Dauphinoise
earth.
apples.
Yeah.
Dauphinoise
Pomme.
potatoes.
Or potato dauphine, but
So cream.
traditionally
Like
pomme
cream.
dauphine.
Creamy.
Cheesy.
Potato dauphinoise. Again, I'm thinking about all the potato dauphinoise I've ever had. None in the shape of an eclair or a profiterole.
No.
I've now done my choux paste. Now I can do some cheese and potato from a cheesy baked potato.
What are you doing? Just checking it, but do you have any plans for those skins?
Yeah,
Good.
a good chef wastes nothing.
Otherwise, we would have you covered in smoked paprika, olive oil.
Cheese and bacon.
Yeah.
I've made a very basic choux paste. I've scooped the potato middles from your baked potato, put the cheese to one side, we'll use that later. I need to mash it, beat it into here, along with salt, pepper and nutmeg. Potato dauphine. It's more like a potato beignet. The choux that you're looking for?
Oh, Le Bec.
With Le Bec. Very good. You were listening to Eric Landlard. The potato goes in, 2 teaspoons salt, lots of black pepper, lots of nutmeg. Are we following so long?
Doesn't make any sense at all, but I'm following. And that's not going to help.
Page
hate that
210.
We're in the pomme de terre section. And we're making dauphine, not dauphinoise.
Correct.
Right. So dauphine is like croquettes.
Can be. Cork-shaped croquette.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, either way, either breaded or not.
Gosh, I just feel nauseous even having this in my eye line.
So far, this is the fluffy middles of your potatoes, but we just haven't got the golden, crispy outside yet.
This is the fluffy, buttery bit in the middle.
It's already fairly cold because we've beaten cold mashed potato into it, but now we want to chill it up.
I'd recommend chilling it down.
Chill it down.
Yeah, but it's a bit like, do you clear up or do you clear down?
Do you stand up or do you stand down?
Precisely.
Does your alarm clock go on or does it go off?
No, it goes on. Well, it goes on in the morning and then
Your alarm goes off. how does it
on
turn
in the
off?
evening.
Yeah, but
and
if you turn your alarm clock on, the alarm,
You set
is
your
the alarm going off? Does the alarm come on?
How is that a good point?
Cheesy baked potato.
That's what we asked for.
We're working on the potato bit with all the qualities of a baked potato. Now going to work on the cheesy bit. What's the best cheesy invention ever?
mac and cheese.
Cheese fondue.
Oh.
Because then you've got something for your potato dauphine to dip into.
Nah.
What? No, whoa, what? So it's not going to be together. We're going to have to take potato dauphine and dip it into the... I mean, it sounds amazing.
We'll add a nuance of garlic into our pan. I'm not putting the whole thing in, I just want a little nuance of it. So I've just cut it in half, I'm going to rub it around the inside of a bowl. And then a glass of wine. White wine, high acid. What is cheese fondue? It is basically molten cheese and wine.
Is that how you ask questions nowadays? Just ask yourself an open question.
Yeah, rhetorical.
Fairly rhetorical, that one.
What I want is twice as much of the nutty Gruyere as the cheddar, which would traditionally be something like an Emmentaler perhaps, but you've given me a cheesy jacket, so we're going to use the cheese from that. We obviously aren't going to waste the skins, we want them crispy, so we'll just fry them. The other thing that stabilises a fondue is a little bit of starch. This is just corn flour, and that's going to go into our boiling wine with our cheese. And then you stir.
Wine and cheese.
Sounds like a work event.
So the cornstarch stabilises, but otherwise what you have is kind of this wonderful emulsification of fat proteins in acidic liquid.
Oh, okay. Stick some macaroni in that.
Fondue in itself is a really interesting one. After the First World War, there was an awful lot of Swiss cheese that didn't really have an export market. Basically, the government decided to make fondue the national dish overnight. And they got the Swiss army to kind of promote it. So it had almost this kind of power hero status. And that's why everyone loves a fondue.
Ah, that was poor. That was really poor.
I thought that was one of my better ones.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say that they made so much of it during the war. And the fact is that a lot of the cheese wheels got shot through with bullets, and that's why it had holes in it.
What's this? What's this?
Well, no fondue's complete without some things to fondue. And of course, our potato dauphine. So this is a batter we made before, which has definitely had time to chill. But now what we can do is turn it into something that's golden delicious and fully cooked all the way through. So we just need to spoon dollops of it into our fryer. They kind of puff up a little bit, but also they go nice and crispy and golden. And they have that kind of almost custardy, cheesy middle, although there's no cheese, you would expect of a croqueta in Spain. That kind of texture.
We're going all over Europe.
And then you can dip it in more molten cheese in the form of fondant with a whole bunch of accessories.
These look amazing.
They do look like miniature baked potatoes again.
Potato beignets. And they are wonderful to dip into our cheesy fondue. Potato dauphine with Swiss cheese fondue.
The thought of having to cook after a long day can be... Our Meal Packs app can change this. First, pick a meal pack. Meal packs contain 3 or more recipes that make you go, whoa, I want to eat that. These will be your meals for the week. It then generates one shopping list, and this is the clever bit. It stretches that list of ingredients across all those meals, using up all the fresh food you buy. Once you've bought your ingredients, we take you step by step through the cooking with written and audio guides.
Fry for 7 to 8 minutes.
Throw in automatic timers, smartly placed cues to wash up as you go, and twists from other users so you can adapt recipes to suit your tastes, and you can join the thousands of people changing this into this. Use our 30-day free trial to complete just one meal pack and you'll see the difference for yourself.
Look at that.
It's not a jacket potato.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean on textures?
That without the cheese just is incredible. It's crispy on the outside and then it's barely a texture. Do you know what I mean? It's just about
It's a cloud.
solid. It's a cloud.
It's a cloud.
It's a fluffy nutmeg cloud. That cheese sauce is potent.
It's seriously good, and if you really want to flash it up, you can always finish it with a bit of extra booze right at the end. A little bit of Calvados, a little bit of Kirsch would be traditional, and then just mix that in as well. It's super traditional.
I think we can all agree that Ben has made this gourmet in our eyes, but it's not up to us, it's over to you guys. Has Ben done a successful job at making the baked potato with cheese gourmet? Comment down below.
All the same elements, very different process.
And also, comment down below and let us know, what dish should Ben tackle next? Take it from here to anywhere he wants. Because let's be honest,
way over there.
we can give him a brief, he's not going to follow it.
This is my playground. Some nuance of garlic. I don't think it's a singular unit.
Yeah, if you're scaling the recipe up, you have to add 2 nuances, or new-I.
Double the nuance.
Yeah.
A nuance of